Wait a minute, is the freaking title change? Hold on. Does the fucking main menu change every time I make progress or some shit? You know what? I can't even be mad at that. That's actually pretty freaking cool. Okay, so before I officially begin, I have to kind of go over a couple of comments that were kind of left on the, last couple of episodes, so that way I can give people a little bit of a credit here. Actually, you know what? I got a better idea. I want to give a big thank you to literally everybody that showed up for just the first episode. So, in no particular order, thank you, Diego. Thank you, Mystery Magic. Thank you very much, Emio Yukito. Thank you, I Am Time for Something New. Thank you, Mimon Arts. Thank you, Tokari. Thank you, Time Axis. Thank you, BG Titan Avatar. Thank you very much, Keyshawn. Thank you, Mikiela. Thank you, Yoshiki. Thank you very much, Joe Nope. Thank you very much, Tyler Johnson. Thank you, Devil Shooter. And thank you, Connor McClear. Actually, come to think of it, there's also an additional thank you to Mr. Bulldog PCs, whose comments, along with Time Axis, I'm going to bring attention to in part 1. But first things first, thank every last one of you. Sincerely, just thank you. Now, on to the comment highlights. So, from part 1, we got a good comment here, a combination here. First one from Time Axis, second one from Bulldog. So, first up, one little thing that was changed from this version of Ace Attorney Investigations 1 that you played. You may not remember since it's been so long, but in the second case, there was an airplane company called iFly Airlines. Well, on this remaster, they changed the name back to what it was in Japanese, Go-You Airlines, presumably to avoid invoking the ire of Apple, and you can also see the name Go-You referenced on the side of Tabby Lloyd's jacket, with an additional comment by Bulldog PCs for potentially more clarification. From what I've heard, the change was actually made because nowadays there's a real-life company called iFly. They seem to have places set up to indoor skydiving, going off a quick search, so the change was probably partially done to avoid any kind of legal trouble with them. I'm guessing part of it could also just be more accurate translation, since the other remastered collections retranslated a few other small lines as well to be more accurate to the Japanese script. Regardless of whether that is true or not, whether it's the iFly, whether it's Apple, I don't give a shit. I want to give both of you a big thank you very much for a potential clarification and a reminder that there was indeed an airline plot point back in the first game, which, now that I think about it, was literally the first case, if memory serves. Anyway, with the death of Bastian Rook and the revelation that Shelley the Killer was in our midst, the case had taken a turn we could never have predicted. Mr. Knight ordered that the door to the presidential plane be opened, and the emergency personnel attending to Mr. Rook's body were asked to leave. With the scene cleared, we stepped cautiously aboard. Oh, Bros is just still just like, I still got the neck, I still have my knife up to your neck, good sir. Okay, immediately from what I am getting to notice here, there are a few things of note. Aside from the dead body, there's also a damaged ballistics vest, which does not seem to have the bullet wound in the same place. In fact, they're completely different places, actually. Also, I'm seeing 2 masks, one black, one blue. I think that's an air canister off to the side over there. I'm seeing some suits in the background, and is that a freaking parakeet? Why the hell is there a freaking parakeet over here? Excuse me? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. March 25th, 4:15 p.m. Zhengfa Presidential Plane. No president in sight. Now, where could he be? Who knows? Ah, so he's hiding behind the bulkhead door over there, is he? As courageous in the face of danger as ever. Sorry to disappoint, but did you seriously expect him to be standing here waiting to meet his assassin? As we have already established, my interest lies only in the successful conclusion of this investigation. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would be so kind as to examine the body. All right. My only option right now is to play along. The rest is up to you, Detective Gumshoe. Seriously, I love, like, the journey of Edgeworth has been such a wonderful ride for me. From absolutely detesting this guy's guts to sympathizing with him and now absolutely rooting for his development, as well as just seeing how differently he treats people around him since the events of the Ace Attorney trilogy. Like, it is a great and marvelous thing seeing him so much more developed and much, well, I'm not going to say nicer, because he's still Edgeworth. He's still got that little arrogance to himself. But it's much more endearing now. That, and again, he treats Gumshoe a little better, which is quite nice because I am a Gumshoe fan. So the attempted assassination of the president has become the murder of a bodyguard.
You look like you could use a little help there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Not that I need it, but yes.
That's what I thought. Then there's nothing else for it. Okay, Faraday, great thief extraordinaire. We'll just have to take it from here.
Oh, really? You mean you're going to solve the case for me?
Nope.
I thought not.
But I will provide vital assistance. Now let's get to scouring this crime scene from top to bottom.
Gladly. It will take Detective Gumshoe a while to assemble our backup. So, I'll need to draw this part of the investigation out for as long as possible. Zhangfa Presidential Plane. Seriously, I also, I should have brought this up in the previous, I'm sorry, I should have been bringing this up earlier. I did notice, and a couple comments did sprinkle about this, the focus on chess as a theme. I'm not gonna lie, I dig it. Fuck, God, there's another comment I have to bring up. Specifically because this comment did get a good laugh out of me from Yoshiki. We can always provide the context for the fan translation as it appears. Mind Chess was fan translated to Logic Chess, and the fandom likes to refer to it as Unlimited Chessworks. Even reading it out is still funny. Now, because it is a more recent official translation, we popularly refer as Edgeworth's domain expansion. Unlimited Chessworks, I love it. Goddamn, I love that. Alright, let's investigate. I guess I have to investigate the body first. Ooh, that's a bullet to the side. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh, wait a minute. I just had a realization. Give me a minute. How do I... Yes, there we go. I think I've already figured out the culprit. You want to know how I figured out the culprit already? Look at Knight's little thing there. He's a sharpshooter, right? So, because his hand is covered, my guess is that he twisted his hand around to the point where he could aim a shot at Bastion Rook's side. How could he do that? Well, without being seen? Obvious. He's holding that suitcase thing in front of him, so nobody could see it. That would be the only explanation I could think of as to, like, why our boy Bastion over here has a bullet hole in his side. Also, by the way, another thing I want to point out here. His arm is raised. That's another reason why that shot could have been made. His arm was raised, so that left him exposed. Anyway, that's how I'm seeing it. Alright, let's look at the gun. So the victim was also carrying a revolver.
It looks like he was trying to use it.
He probably drew it on instinct when he felt threatened. We should check to see if he managed to fire any rounds off. All there. And no other signs of the weapon having been used. Was this one on loan from Zhangfa too? Yep, sure was. We're always issued with the same model gun. 6-shot revolver on loan. We're always issued with the same model gun. Duly noted. The bullet seems to have entered just under his armpit and went clean through his body. Where did that bullet end up? He was hit in an area his bulletproof vest didn't cover.
Like it was on purpose or something, huh?
The cause of death would appear to be loss of blood. Attempts were made to staunch it, but to no avail. The victim bled to death from the gunshot wound to the torso. The bullet passed clean through his body.
The medics must have been brought in to try to and save him.
Sadly, it was too little, too late. It's a bulletproof attaché case. Bodyguards use them to shield their clients from gunfire. There are some in K's photograph, too. It looks like Rook and Knight each had one. Okay, bulletproof attaché case. I'm wondering if those are real.
Doubt it, but... Oh, hey, that's the photo I snatched.
You can hardly steal a photo at a public event, K.
But I'm snatching up a moment in time with every picture I take, you know?
I take it snatch is your new favorite word?
Maybe.
Oh, God. It's the victim, Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard of the president of Zhangfa.
He's one of the guys that brought the president inside as soon as the shooting started.
Which means he continued to do his duty right up until his dying breath.
At least he'll get posthumously promoted?
Okay, it's better to know when to say nothing at all than to end up with your foot in your mouth.
What do you mean?
I mean, bodyguards don't even operate on the same rank promotion system as the police in the first place. Right. Oh? But, hold on. Is the victim Mr. Bastian Rook, bodyguard to the president of Zhangfa? Oh, I didn't see the red messed with me and I couldn't tell that. Oh, is that checkmark? There are two large rectangular cuts into the floor here. I can see hinges through the gaps.
It's an emergency entrance disguised as an emergency exit. All the president would need to do is lower his rope ladder and make his miraculous escape.
Which would make it an exit, not an entrance, so which is it?
It's an exit, but it's used as an entrance, but disguised as an exit. Yeah. I think?
Congratulations, you've even confused yourself. That's quite the achievement. Oh, God, that's great. Never change, Kay. Never change. Alright, well, I looked at the body. Two gas masks. In case of a poison gas attack, I suppose. The president certainly seems to think he's at risk of assassination at all times.
Whoa, gas masks! I've never seen one before. I've heard plenty about them, of course.
Oh? From a fellow thief, I presume?
No! From the Jammin' Ninja. You know, my favorite kids' TV show. Princess Murasaki was getting married, but toxic ninja Wolfsbane showed up to lay down some sick burns.
And time to tune out. Might save myself a brain cell or two. Someone has left an inflatable boat and an oar here. Probably so it's ready to go at any time.
Wait, but there's only one oar.
You can still row with one oar, you know. I mean, yeah? It's a solid circular life preserver designed to be used in case of an emergency on the water. Or rather the sea, to be more precise.
Ooh, the sea. I love the sea. We should go sometime.
Sorry, but you'll have to make that particular trip without me.
No, don't be like that. Come on, it'll be fun. We can have lobster rolls, ice cream, all that good stuff.
Something tells me the sea isn't the main attraction for you, is it? A riot shield, and next to it a canary in a cage.
Oh, she's so sweet. I want one. Did you ever see a cuter partner in crime?
Partner in crime?
Well, yeah. She can help me with lockpicking, stuff like that. A great thief has no greater ally than nature, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sadly, such birds are most commonly used for detecting poisonous gases. Wait. This one isn't actually for that, is it? Well, I mean, it might be because we already pointed out that there's gas masks, so there's like, for some reason, a fear of being poisoned? Maybe? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Well, obviously this.
That looks heavy. So this is what a president wears, huh? Must be made of something super special.
Yes, to protect him from bullets.
What? So it's not just for show?
Of course not. This is a bulletproof vest. Has a bullet lodged in it. Is it the president's? I think we may have figured out where that bullet went. Unless we have to get the bullet tested for blood, though.
Oh, so that's what one of those look like. Why didn't you just say so? Now I feel silly.
Never mind. What the hell are these little Tamagotchi things over here? These personal safety alarms are very colorful. Looks like that they get a lot of use as well.
I like the president. He seems like a thoughtful guy. Buying these for his kids, maybe his wife too.
Why would they all be here if that was the case? No, these are for his personal use.
Objection, Your Honor. It is simply not possible for one person to use this many personal alarms. Why, you ask? Because he is human and therefore possesses only 2 hands.
20 hands wouldn't be enough to count the number of objections I have to that objection. Documents of some kind.
We can always steal a glance.
Also covered in case amphibious assault. The president's safety is paramount. Spectator area should be covered at all times. Okay, interesting. But this is the same paper. Like, this is the same paper as last time. Also, but this time there are pawns in it. They're swapped. They're swapped places. Unless that's because Rook repositioned in light of Knight's injury.
Oh yeah, like the one from the trash can.
Precisely. But, wait. Something feels off. The position. The 2 plans are different. Was the security detail reorganized at some point?
Huh? Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we made some last-minute changes yesterday. President's orders.
Why the urgency?
Because of what happened the day before. The killer here tried to take him down. He infiltrated the security detail, posed as one of us. Rook figured it out first, but not before the guy got within striking distance of the president. Ooh! If our leader hadn't stepped in just then, we'd have all been out of a job. But he made it. And our friend here wound up with a seriously twisted arm. Rook put a bullet in it for good measure, too.
And where were you while this was happening?
I was being choked out, goddammit!
You were the first I overpowered, were you not?
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Shut up, kid!
Ah, now I get it.
Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
It's you! Busted up my neck so bad I can't even look to my right.
I was somewhat astonished to have sustained an injury at all. A testament to Mr. Rook's skill. He was truly a master of his craft. Unlike a certain other someone I could mention.
I'm just as good as he ever was.
You were a pawn to his queen, my young friend.
What the heck do you know?
So that's why you remembered Mr. Rook's name. You admired his skills as a bodyguard?
Indeed. While I was serving on the team, I learned the names of all the operatives. But his in particular stayed with me. It joined the very short list of those who have ever successfully wounded me.
Damn! So that's the connection he was talking about. Oh.
And that's why we changed up the security plan. Had to be sure there weren't any more assassins in the ranks. The president didn't want anybody on stage he didn't trust. And he only trusts 2 people. Me and Rook.
Okay, that's been updated. Diagram of the president's security arrangements, which were changed only yesterday. Interesting. How does that explain your change of position?
Oh yeah! He switched over to the right-hand side.
I told you! I can't turn my neck to the right. Could only cover the president's left side. So, I wound up moving to the right side of the stage.
Your right or our right? Because if it's your right, that's wrong. You're on the left side. Wait. Oh my god. Well, now we know that. What's that? A curious figure of a curious animal with a curious expression is staring straight at me.
Well, at least it's not a foolish figure of a foolish animal with a foolish expression. And look, there's a big lever right by its butt.
Don't even think about it.
Oh, I wasn't thinking anything, I swear.
I imagine that lever opens the panels beneath my feet.
Ah, I see. So he's standing on a trapdoor.
I strongly advise you not to pull it. Do so, and you will regret it.
You know, I'm okay with taking some advice, especially when it's from a professional killer. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Also, that's an important piece of information, so you pull that and that releases the trapdoor. That seems extremely important. It's a bank of monitors displaying camera feeds from in and around the plane. Alrighty then, so we gotta look at all this stuff. That's broken glass. What on earth is this?
Oh, it's the president's favorite plushie.
Oh my god.
It's a memento of something. Anyway, don't touch.
But if that's the case, then why has it been...
Left up there like nobody cares about it. Yeah, that is pretty weird.
It certainly wouldn't be the first place I would think to display a beloved item. Wait, are those shards of glass underneath it? I thought something seemed strange about this cubbyhole, but now I'm sure of it. There was almost certainly another monitor here. Yeah! And it got destroyed and filled up. Interesting. These monitors are displaying the cockpit and parts of the plane's exterior. But I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Oh, I guess that isn't... That's the outside of the plane.
Most intruders could not hope to approach without being spotted. But such measures would be mere child's play in my case.
Wow. You're saying you can get past cameras like these without being seen?
Of course, with ease.
You have to teach me how. Please, are you taking on apprentices by any chance?
Kay, you do realize you're talking to, right?
Sorry. Had to ask, though. What a great skill for a great thief to know.
Unfortunately for you, I am not the type to take on understudies.
You're not, huh? Shame.
You do realize he's a killer, right? Holy shit, Kay! Shame? In what way exactly? You almost made me revert to the old friggin' Edgeworth voice I gave him. This monitor is displaying a feed of this very room.
They didn't go cheap when they bought these, huh? Very high res.
Oh? I'm afraid I can't quite tell myself, but...
I can even see the little crow's feet around your eyes. Ooh, and, my bad. They're just the usually deeply etched lines. You know, on your forehead.
If you've quite finished. All right. The president is on the other side of this door.
And what a door it is. Bet I could get the better of it, though.
Get the better of it? Doors aren't there to be beaten.
But look how heavy it is. Look at that lock. It's just sitting there, begging me to try it.
Calm down, Kay, and think. Why might this door be locked?
For me to open it, of course.
Precisely. For you to open it, of course. Wait. What is the right answer anyway? Okay.
I didn't do it. I'm a reporter. I bag scoops, not souls.
But then why lie about your jacket and the laser sight?
That was... I just... knew you all would think it was fishy.
Is that really all it was?
Please, you gotta believe me. I could never do something like this.
I'd like to tell you everything will be all right, but I just try not to worry too much. If you really are innocent, I'll prove it, one way or another.
Thanks, Chief. I believe in you.
How many times must I tell you I am not your chief?
Oh. Sorry, Ruffles. Clean forgot you were Chief number 2.
That's not what I meant. Ugh. Hey, how you doing?
I have high hopes for your investigation. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you.
This is awkward.
Things are progressing well, I hope.
There's no need to worry. Things are progressing just fine.
Remember, I absolutely despise betrayals of all kinds.
Yes, I know.
Indeed, you do. So please, do take care not to double-cross me. Accidentally or otherwise.
I really have no choice but to do as he says for now.
Yeah.
Can't believe I let an assassin onto the president's plane.
You know very well it was for the good of the investigation, Mr. Knight.
Don't give me that! I know what you really want!
You do indeed, because you heard me say it already. I wish to know the truth behind Mr. Rook's death.
But you did also say you were asked to assassinate the president. By a certain someone?
You seem to have forgotten that there are more pressing matters at hand. I don't often carry out unpaid work, but it's not entirely unheard of.
Fine, I'll get back to the investigation.
Good. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Uh-huh. These are literally the same guns, though. It's a Zhang Fa gun. Hey! The two guns are exactly the same, meaning it's likely that the one we found is also from Zhang Fa. Yeah! 2 spent bullets, same model as the victims.
The bodyguards all got their guns from the Zhang Fa authorities, right?
Yes.
Are they, like, super rare or anything?
No, I don't believe so. This model isn't exactly easy to come by in this country, but it's certainly not impossible either.
Ooh, and here I thought they might be valuable treasures.
Yes, it is something of a shame.
Whoa! I just mentioned treasures and you actually responded for once?
I only mean to point out that if the guns were rarer, it'd be much easier to trace them. Which would have made them treasures of the evidence variety, I suppose.
See, everything's a treasure hunt one way or another, including this investigation.
You could say that.
All right then, it's treasure hunting time. On with the investigation.
She certainly seems a lot more enthusiastic all of a sudden. Alright, so we managed to connect those 2 parts together. Got it. So, again, my thought process is this. This is where the bullet ended up. 2 bullets were fired in total. We know this because 2 shots were heard. One traveled through the flag and into the balloon. The other took Mr. Rook's life.
But there's a bullet in the president's vest too, right? How's that possible?
How indeed. The numbers don't add up. However, there is one possible explanation.
There is?
After passing through his body, the bullet that took Mr. Rook's life then found itself lodged in the vest. In other words, 2 of our bullets were in fact 1.
No way!
He's right. If the president hadn't been wearing that vest, things could have been a lot worse.
And he wasn't injured at all by the impact? Even when obstructed by a vest, a bullet can inflict serious damage.
Sure, I've known guys who got broken bones that way. But the president's okay. He's made of strong stuff.
Sounds like you didn't even need a vest.
Let's not get carried away here. I want that bullet's ballistic markings analyzed.
Remind me what those are again?
Guns leave a unique pattern of grooves on every bullet they fire. By examining these grooves, we can use them to identify which gun it came from. Thinking of them as fingerprints of a sort.
You can tell all that from a bullet? Then what are we waiting for? Analyze away.
Might be easier said than done. That bullet hit solid armor. The impact will have completely flattened it. You'll be lucky if there's anything left for forensics to find.
What?
But I was all set for some analyzing. That doesn't change the fact that there might be some blood, there might be some blood or tissue on it, you know? Unless they got burned up by the firing.
That's quite enough investigating for now.
What is taking so long, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, have you solved the case?
No, not yet.
Is that so? Then perhaps interviewing another key witness might help you to do so.
Another witness? Who?
You don't mean...
The most important witness of all. The man on the other side of that door.
He really intends to have me question the president?
Now, if you would be so kind as to summon him, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop right there, Tequila! You're nuts if you think I'd let him anywhere near you!
Well, Mr. President, I'm sure you're watching us through your security feed, aren't you? In which case I politely request that you show yourself. That is, if you value your bodyguard's life. Well then, if nothing else, we now know what kind of a man you really are.
Mr. President! Stop, you can't do this. Let's all just calm down, all right?
Come on, detective, where the blazes are you? Ah! The lights! What's happening?
Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth. I would advise you to stay very still. It seems I will not be granted my audience with the president after all. Even with Mr. Knight's life as my bargaining chip.
No! Stop! Ah!
Kay! You won't get away with this, the killer!
I have seen enough, and now I know the truth.
Where are you? Where did you go?
I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
Worth. Mr. Edgeworth!
Detective Gumshoe?
Sir! Mr. Edgeworth! Sir!
March 25th, 4:45 p.m. Damn, that was smooth. I must have been knocked unconscious.
Sir, you're okay!
Are you all right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Never mind me. He didn't hurt you, did he, Kay?
Nah, I'm fine. I only just woke up myself. My head'll be sore for a while, but that's about it. So can you can stop worrying.
Detective, did you manage to stop the killer?
Well, see, Miss Lloyd came running out of the plane and, she told us he'd flown the coop. We were too late. I'm sorry, sir. Bodyguard over there told us something too. Seems there's an inflatable boat missing from by the window.
Wait, but he took the inflatable boat? Why?
The killer must have stolen it and rowed himself across the lake.
Oh. What about the cordon around the park?
I'd called everybody back in to stake out the plane, including the guy stationed across the water.
No! So he's completely slipped through our fingers.
Not the best look for the department, but yeah.
Hey, the thing is, it's not really his fault. Like, they truly believe they had him. So there's no, so I really hope there's no blaming. They better not blame Gumshoe for this.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Knight, you're alive.
Yeah, no thanks to that murderer. Oh, that reminds me. I found this lying on the ground next to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
A calling card, marked with a seashell.
Guess he wanted to leave a message.
Left behind by the assassin Shelley the Killer, which he made his escape, adorned with his distinctive seashell emblem. The killer usually leaves these next to the bodies of his victims.
But you're not dead, sir.
But I could have been. Maybe that's the message. I can't stop thinking about his parting words.
I have seen enough, and now I know the truth. I leave the rest in your capable hands, Mr. Edgeworth.
Wait, come back. You're my favorite assassin.
And now I know the truth. The truth about what?
Roger that. All clear out here, sir. Over.
What's going on?
That was the president. He's coming out.
Now?
God, you're fucking ripped.
So he's the president of Zhangfa, Mr. Dijon Wang.
And you are?
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. My name is Miles Edgeworth.
The honor is all mine, Mr. Edgeworth. I am Dijun Wang. Your efforts on behalf of Zhang Fa have not gone unnoticed. You averted something of a crisis.
He must be referring to the Yatagarasu case. Thank you, sir. But all I did was solve a few local cases of murder. I'm going something a little bit different for Wang's voice, because initially I was kind of like,
I'm going to make him sound something similar to what I did for, fucking Von Karma.
but, nah, probably not.
You are too humble. I've been observing your investigation. You're an impressive operator, Mr. Edgeworth. Even if the killer did get away.
Well, that's very kind of you to say. So he was watching through his security feed.
Sadly, I must inform you that this is as far as your investigation goes.
What do you mean?
Hear me, foolish prosecutor, for I shall say this only once. Night has apprised me of the state of affairs. And from this point forward, the case will be handled by Zhang Fa's police force, the finest in the world.
Even with the killer out of the picture, they're still looking to get me thrown off the case?
What do you think you're doing, pal? Nobody talks to Mr. Edgeworth like that. If it hadn't have been for him, the killer would have...
Detective! Forgive him, Mr. President, but I must confess to being somewhat confused. I fail to see how or why this case falls within Zhang Fa's jurisdiction.
You fail to see? Enough, puny prosecutor. You seek explanations from a head of state? I say no! 1,000 times no! I will not explain myself to you. Now hand over the evidence you have gathered and remove yourselves from this plane.
I'll do as he says if I were you, Miss Edgeworth.
This can't really be the end of the line, can it? Interruption? Oh my god! Case evidence handed to Mr. Knight. Why? Why let us come so far only to pull the case out from under us?
Now, you may leave. Knight! Detain the suspect!
Yes, sir, right away.
To make an attempt on my life. To murder one of my faithful servants. The effrontery! The villainy!
I didn't murder anybody. 'Cause
Shut your mouth, Miss Journalist.
I
Answer me this! In a world already lousy with lies, with deception, with sin and iniquity, can we stand by and suffer yet another crime to go unpunished? I say no! 1,000 times no! There can be no forgiveness. There can be no surrender. Why, you ask me? Then I will tell you.
He's hiding something, I'm certain of it. And if I leave now, we'll never know the truth.
Mr. Edgeworth, sir!
Mr. Edgeworth, there's gotta be something we can do.
Think, Miles. Remember. How many times have you faced situations like this in the courtroom? You've confronted the lies of witnesses and countered the arguments of other lawyers. Has the critical evidence always been laid at your feet? No. And yet you always got to the truth of the situation in the end. With your greatest weapon of all, your words. We're gonna play a game of chess? Now, let us analyze the state of play.
Be gone, puny prosecutor! Or do you dare defy the direct order of the president?
He's not going to listen. He clearly means to drown out any objection by means of pure rhetorical force. When an opponent is on the offensive, the best thing I can do is bide my time and wait for an opening. As he said himself, he's a head of state, a seasoned politician. He won't open himself up to attack easily. I can't let him bully me into submission. I have to stay calm and alert. If I can read his movements and expressions correctly, I may be able to find my moment. My first aim should be able to find out why he is insisting on Zhang Fa taking over the case. The board is set. Time to make my opening gambit. Mind chess! Please, about the case.
Did I give you permission to speak? No! 1,000 times no! I am the leader of Zhang Fa. I have no time for your insolent backchat.
I was simply hoping to confirm one basic fact. You say that the investigation will now be assigned to your national police force?
I do. Now enough of your pointless questions! Good boy. The interior of this plane is the sovereign territory of Zhang Fa. You have no rights here.
Is that so? Could it be that our current location itself is significant somehow? I should keep that in mind. It could be a useful clue. Ah, so what you're saying is...
I should immediately hit the little trapdoor thing.
I just realized voicing the president requires me to get some water. Oh, thank you, sweetie, a cup of water. Explain to me why I'm off the case. Could you at least explain to me why I'm off the case?
Imbecile! Cease your insolent jabbering! I need not explain myself to you. My reasons are my own, and they are none of your concern!
Perhaps it's time to employ my clue. Are they related to our current location? In the course of our conversation, I've deduced certain facts from your behavior, Mr. President. For example, you seem particularly aggressive when discussing our current location.
You smarmy smart aleck.
As you said yourself, the presidential plane is the sovereign territory of Zhang Fa. And from that, we can infer that you believe the rules of extraterritoriality apply inside here. Is that correct? Oh god, it's this bullshit extraterritorial rights. Oh my god, not again. No.
Enough. Cease your objectionable whining.
Are things getting a bit too hot for you? You can rant and roar all you like, but you won't escape my scrutiny. It was unmistakable. The moment I mentioned extraterritoriality, you became visibly agitated. Oh! Sorry, I think I might be having a little bit of fun here. Oh! You calm down.
You think you're clever, don't you? Let me answer your little question. It's true! Extraterritoriality applies! Your laws mean nothing here! And why does that matter, you ask? It matters because it means you are powerless! You have neither influence nor authority here!
Interesting. So the extraterritoriality issue does have something to do with all of this. Let's dig a little deeper into the claim that the plane is sovereign territory, shall we? Hey! I did good that time! This next move will surely decide the victor. Now, he may be the president, but nobody's untouchable. I just have to find the right angle of attack. Okay, then what do I get? Does that rule apply here? Find out if extraterritorial really applies. Okay, you overplayed your hand. Surely you see that you have overplayed your hand?
Nobody asked for your opinion. You need only obey me, nothing else.
Ooh, I think somebody's getting a little mad.
I'm gonna bide my time.
You dare tell me how to govern, how to lead? You dare contradict me?
On the matter of Miss Lloyd's guilt, yes, I do.
No! She is guilty! She is the culprit! There is nothing left to debate!
I'm gonna bide my time more. Just because I'm gonna keep biding my time. If it pisses you off that much, I may as well just take full advantage of that one.
Who else could have I forgot other English. Apologize. I'm a politician. I sometimes fuck up what I'm saying. Who else could have fired from outside the plane? There is no other viable suspect.
Fascinating. So he's claiming that Miss Lloyd fired at him from outside the plane? This could be a vital clue. Oi! Oh, yeah. Oh, let's start this then. You believe that extraterritoriality applies here, but can you prove it?
Do you even understand what you are asking?
Of course. If I didn't, I wouldn't ask it.
Have you no shame, calling into question the good word of one such as myself?
You are my good sir, you are exceptionally angry. Like, my god, man, you're exceptionally aggressive. I realize it was an assassination attempt, but my god, man.
I have no more time for this. You clearly cannot be saved from your own foolishness.
You needn't worry about me. I'm not the one who needs saving. That would be Miss Lloyd, the woman who is being wrongfully accused of this crime.
Your chivalry is admirable, but it changes nothing. All right to extraterritoriality cannot be denied. This is Shang Fa!
Time to deploy my clue. She fired at you from outside the plane? I may not be able to call the extraterritoriality of the presidential plane into doubt. However, according to you, she shot at you from outside the aircraft, correct? In which case, extraterritoriality could not possibly apply in this case. Your assertion is entirely without merit, and the detainment of Miss Lloyd cannot be justified.
How could I have? Bested by a mere prosecutor. But I am of the president! The president!
Checkmate.